I'm a full-time reseller who learned how to sell almost anything, all using style aesthetics and keywords. And today I'm going to share 3 that make my items sell quick and for even more money than some great brands. Hi everyone, my name is Bethany and I, along with my husband Sean, run Trash Pandas Thrift. We're a 6-figure reselling business, and here on this channel we share with you all of our tips, tricks, and experiences, all so that you can start and grow your very own reselling business too. A huge part of my business is all things style aesthetics and keeping up with trends. Not only because I'm able to sell my items for more money, but oftentimes I'm picking up and I'm selling items in my business that I don't see anyone else picking up, and that tells me, one, there's such a huge area where I can share this information that I'm selling these items. And if you're having trouble when you're going sourcing, finding great brands that you see other people find online, or you're just not finding these high sell-through rate brands that you want to be, this is a great arm of my business that I think that you could potentially add to yours. I'm going to show you 3 different items that represent different style aesthetics and keywords that I use to sell items, and I'm going to show you how you might be able to pick up similar items in your area too. The first one is this slinky little cami. Now, for all 3 I'm going to show you today, brand does not matter. I'll still show you what brand these specific items are, but I want us to really focus on the trending elements of the piece and what those trending elements then translate to in terms of what style aesthetic that we can use in order to sell it. That's exactly how my brain works when it comes to style-based sourcing. It's how I like to teach it within Reseller's Edge, and it's how I like to share it in a way that can be digestible here on YouTube. So this is Wilfred, which is a brand sold at Aritzia, but I'm showing you this piece because it is a perfect example of the first trending style aesthetic, which is Whimsy Goth. Now, I sell a ton of these tiny little cami tops, very slinky, dark elements that are totally within the Whimsy Goth style aesthetic. This is actually kind of a cross. I sell a ton of Y2K in my business. That's a style aesthetic, not just a decade or a year. A lot of Y2K stuff is now considered vintage, and it's a huge style aesthetic that I've shown a lot on my channel. So this one isn't actually Y2K, but it has some elements that Y2K buyers are looking for. I like especially these little asymmetric hem on the bottom, as well as a dark color. I sell a ton of these camis even in the winter, which is wild to me. These sell year round, especially because it's a huge Y2K style to wear these almost as layering tops. So even if it's not this one, but a lot of these tanks and camis that even if you search Y2K tank, the idea of layering them just as someone would in 2009, well, it's 2026 almost, and it is back 100%. Whimsy Goth, especially in the winter, is one of my top selling style aesthetics by far, and it means I'm still picking up and selling tiny little tanks like this that cost me less than $1, and dresses as well that I've shown you guys in some prior videos too. Okay, the next one I just put on a hanger because we got to see her in like all her beauty. Woo! She's actually a cropped Penny Lane jacket, and again, brand does not matter here. But the brand is from Divided, which is sold at H&M, and this is the second time in the past few months that I've found and I will sell a Penny Lane style jacket from H&M, which is wild to me. Penny Lane is one of my favorite styles to sell every single winter. Has the fur right here on the collar, and there's fur right here on the cuffs for that trending Penny Lane effect. This one is actually a little bit different. I like to think of this as almost glam rocker chic. The actual style that I want to show you is Penny Lane. This one's a little bit less traditional, but I'm still going to sell it just based on keywords. And you know what? I think we might have a little outfit going on here. I didn't pull this to show you Whimsy Goth, but I think it can fit, right? If we got a little outfit together, a little going out top, plus boom, jacket, and we got like a full little Whimsy Goth outfit. That wasn't the plan. I didn't plan that, but I love this style. It sells for me every single year for the last few years, whether it's faux leather, faux suede, this one is faux. If it's real, you'll get way more money. I just love these. Maybe I'm biased, and they're super on trend. They're a Y2K does 70s trend that's been popular for the last few years. If you see something like this, you definitely want to keep your eye out for it. Now, the last one I pulled as a little bit of a wild card. My whole idea and my philosophy of using style aesthetics and keywords to sell items means I don't list items exactly how you might think an item would be listed. My favorite part of using keywords is to elevate the value of an item that maybe otherwise doesn't have as much value without those keywords added. Sometimes if you have an item that has good factors going for it, like for example, I'm going to show you a cashmere sweater, how can I actually elevate the value even further by using certain keywords that I think are going to make more buyers see my listings and pay even more money, because that's marketing. So this brand doesn't matter at all. This is Poeta Moda. It's 100% cashmere. This already sold. I'm actually going to pack this up and ship this out right after this video. I thought it was a perfect example to show you. This sold in one day for an offer. If I would have listed this as vintage cashmere blue, think of features, Bethany, crew neck, long sleeve, you get what I'm saying, right? Actual features of the item, I don't think it would have sold as fast, yet I'm using certain style aesthetics to uplift value even in basic pieces like this. I get a lot of questions here on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere I post videos. Okay, I just have a basic piece. What do I do? I think this is a great example because instead of using those, I started using keywords such as old money and even some other keywords like elevated basics and fall and winter staples. Those keywords, those phrases, those strings of words that buyers are searching quite literally are getting them to your listings. I know that because it got them to mine, and I do this with a lot of different sweaters as well as other items that I post that I'm able to uplift value on just by using certain keywords. It absolutely works. All right, you guys, those were 3 different trending styles in widely different categories, except for those first 2, but it's okay. It shows you how things can be styled that I think truly helps us imagine how buyers are going to wear an item, which should help us in turn advertise it to the right buyer. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a video in a series of these that I've been doing this winter. Let me know down below if you want to see more of these. I have so many more that I can pull out of my hat. This is quite literally one of my favorite videos to make. So I hope you enjoy it just as much as I enjoy sharing it. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.